except where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
This is why I train in martial arts.
This is graphic and disturbing.
I should be able to use this by fair use.
That is the new video of this shooting.
Morning, we are learning more about the person who recorded this disturbing video showing the final moments of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery's life.
He's in his yard, and this starts happening in front of him. He gets in his car, and he's trying to document that.
Kevin Goff says his client, William Bryan, noticed Arbary running, followed by a white truck. Inside, Gregory and Travis McMichael, both father and son, armed. Son Travis gets out of the truck, and after a struggle, gunshots. Arbary shot dead.
The death of justice, won't you mourn with me?
Bruce. This is a hate crime.
I didn't need the video to know that Ahmaud was brutally murdered and shot down and gunned like a dog. But the video showed the world what we already knew, that black life still needs to be valued and protected.
The reason why we're here is to not only call out District Attorney Jackie Johnson. It's not just to say that the GBI started an investigation and arrests were made. We are here today because a black male was murdered and he was supposed to be turning 26 years old.
I didn't need the video to know that Ahmaud was brutally murdered and shot down and gunned like a dog. But the video showed the world what we already knew, that black life still needs to be valued and protected.
This is why I train in martial arts.
We have to, as my sister said, we have to keep videoing. We have to put those videos because these people are getting away with this. And if we don't have something to prove, it's not about our word anymore. You have to have something to show so somebody can look and see, this is what happened to me. This is what happened to my friend. This is what happened to my loved one. Oh, justice! Help me! Justice! Help me!
So, I'm going to weigh in on this Ahmaud Arbery shooting and something else that happened recently to the guy who got shot because he was trying to tell people that he should wear masks. That was part of his job, and he got shot for that. But first, let's talk about Ahmaud Arbery, a black, young, 25-year-old man who was killed in 2020 because he was out jogging. This falls under the "This is why I train in martial arts" video category, because it didn't take this for me to know that I could be attacked while jogging. I've been attacked several times while jogging. Usually I was attacked by other African Americans. So there's one thing I definitely want to clear up, and I'm not defending anybody. I'm just telling you a fact of life. If you are a black man in the United States of America, I haven't lived anyplace else. Okay, so I can't say. But I do know that if you are a black male living in the United States of America and you go jogging, you can be attacked. Now, is that the only person who's ever been attacked by jogging? No. I've known white females who have been attacked jogging. Okay? Anybody can be attacked by jogging. But especially if you are a black man, like what happened to me, somebody tried to challenge me. Actually, one thing I stopped because someone was trying to kidnap someone else while I was jogging. I've been attacked by people's dogs that they didn't want to restrain. And when I was a teenager, someone tried to kidnap me from a pickup truck. Was following me in a pickup truck, tried to kidnap me. The only thing that saved me was that I went into my stance and I was ready to fight him, and that scared him enough so that when help came because some people saw it and they thought it looked suspicious. He went off. He drove away when they came and they asked me if I was all right. So I was fine, and that was it. Two things, since the theme of this is martial arts, is number one, I'm not an attorney, but just based on the raw video footage that you've seen, I just don't see how deadly force is justified. Because I didn't see where he was on top of someone raining down blows and then the other person had to come shoot him, or the person on the bottom had to shoot him. I saw two people struggling with each other, and they both looked like they were about the same size and about the same skill level and ability. So I just don't see how that justifies the use of deadly force. I didn't see someone coming to the defense of someone else where someone was being totally dominated. So I don't see how that justifies the use of deadly force. I didn't see anything in there where Ahmaud Arbery was attacking anyone. It looked to me like he was being attacked and he was most likely being followed. If you're being followed by a couple of guys you don't know on a secluded road, it's reasonable, in my opinion. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm not on a jury. I think that if they look suspicious to me and they're coming up to me, I might think that they might try something. Especially this whole citizen's arrest thing. Why would I trust that? I'm making a citizen's arrest. I don't know you, and worse yet, I haven't done anything. So why should I trust you? You may be a murderer, and they turned out to be murderers, in my opinion. Now, you never know. They could walk. Yes, it's possible they could walk. Stranger things have happened. The main thing I want to get to, that I think should be the real solution to this, whether this should cut across all racial, ethnic, geopolitics, demographics, nomenclatures, I don't know, classifications, whatever. This is the main problem I see. This was the main problem I saw in the George Zimmerman case. And whether or not you agree with the verdict on that, what I'm about to say is the problem. I said this from day one, that this was my problem with it. And people will probably try to compare this to the Zimmerman case just because it's black and white. But, I mean, the more and more I study about the Zimmerman case, you could, you're never going to get resolution on that because we weren't there and we don't have full footage. But what I'm about to say, now I keep saying, I'm trying to build anticipation here. What I'm about to say, I think is true in preventing the Zimmerman case and this case with Ahmaud Arbery. And actually, no, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that, even though it does apply to something else. Because that's going to sound like victim blaming. So I'm not. But this is the thing. Whether you agree with the outcome of those two cases I've mentioned or not, both of those cases would be prevented if people would just stop trying to play cop. Stop trying to play cop. Stop trying to play cop. Because whether this person that ends up getting killed, whether you end up being justified or found innocent or guilty or not, you are not a cop. Stop trying to play cop. Now, I don't care what your political affiliation is, your race, gender, sexual orientation, nomenclature, your social security number, whatever designation you have, your nationality, I don't care. If you are not a cop, stop trying to be a cop. That's my opinion, is that you need to stop trying to play cop. That's why, even with martial arts, I've decided I'm not going to care about training cops. I used to think, man, if I really want to be a good instructor, a real instructor should be able to train police officers and teach how to wrestle. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know anything about that. And guess what's happened? If a police officer has really wanted to learn something from me, sign up for my class. I have over the years, I know at least 2 police officers I have trained or helped train, or and several I have learned from. Stop trying to play cop. You're not a cop. I don't care if you used to be a cop. You're not one now. Don't play cop. I don't care if you're going to be a cop. If you're not one now, don't play cop. If you truly do not have real bona fide arrest powers, like you can flash that badge and they're supposed to stay there when you tell them to stay there, they're supposed to, they address you as officer. Stop trying to play cop. You will cut through and eliminate so much drama and damage and tragedy if you would just stop trying to play cop when you're not a cop. Stay in your lane. That's why when I train my students, I say sometimes, yes, civilian, do this. Yes, civilian, do that. Ironically, civilian, I feel your role in terms of using force is harder because not only do you not have the misfortune of having to use violence all the time, so that then when it happens, you may not feel prepared. Then you don't really have the authority so that if something happens, even if you walk away, even if they find you not guilty, you're still going to be taken through the ringer because you're not a cop or a soldier. But in this case, we're just going to say cop. You're not a cop. So stop trying to play cop. The only exception, if you saw, let's say you saw someone, you saw them murder someone, you were standing right there, you saw the murder happen, and then you want to grab them and say, hey, we're not going to let you go, we're going to citizens arrest you. And a lot of times when people do that, from the cases I've seen where they do that legitimately, they don't shoot the person. They detain the person until law enforcement arrives, and then when law enforcement arrives, their hands up because they're not cops. Stop trying to play cop. You're not. You're not a cop. Now, does this mean I love every single police officer in the world? No. Does this mean I hate every single police officer in the world? No. They have their job, and we have our roles. If you are not a cop, stop trying to arrest people. Again, you want a citizen arrest somebody, did you see them? Not, they look like someone that did this. They look like somebody that might be doing that. No. Did you see them break into the house? And these days, like the woman said in the video, you better have it on camera. You better have it on. You better be like, I'm filming you on my phone. I saw him take the cookie from the baby. He stole the candy from the baby, and now he's running away. You better have documented proof. Otherwise, you're going to be taken through the ringer. These days, you're probably going to be taken through the ringer even if somebody just walks up to you out the blue and tries to stab you with a knife, and you knock the knife out their hand and knock them out. Somebody will want to try to say, oh, he used excessive force. Depending on who you are. Stop trying to play cop. If you would stop trying to play cop when you are not a cop, a lot of these problems would go away. Would the world be perfect? No. But a lot of people, more people will probably be alive if you would just stop trying to play cop. Call the cops. If you just got to do something, call the cops. Let them figure it out. You know, the trained professional people. Let them figure it out. Even if you used to be one, you're not one anymore. I'm sorry, you're not one anymore. Your arrest power should be gone. And you wouldn't be going through what you're going through if you would just stay in your lane and do what you're supposed to and stop trying to play cop. I mean, that's really all I have to say. That, and another thing on a more personal note. Years ago, some dude, I can't remember the guy's name. It was some, I just called him some random guy because he really was. I didn't really know him that well. I think he heard me talking about my workout or something. He's like, you should really, you should really be running outside. And why are you running on a treadmill? You're not really pushing off the earth, so you're not running as fast as you think you do. I'm like, it's getting my heart rate up. It's not like I'm training for a professional race. I'm just doing this, to be healthy and get in better shape. So I'm using a treadmill. Why do you need to do the treadmill? Well, you should go. Like, first of all, my allergies, and second of all, it's just not safe. It's just not safe. It's safer for me to run inside. Oh, you're blah blah blah, right? So next time somebody tells you that they don't want to run outside because my lip balm. They don't want to run outside because they feel like they're not safe, and you look at this person, you go, "Why does this big strong person don't feel safe?" Think about this. This type of stuff probably happens more than even I know about it. Some of this stuff, like I said, I know of 2 kidnappings in person that have to do with running. Sometimes when men and boys are out walking by themselves, people try to kidnap them, especially some of us who are darker skinned. It may not make the news all the time, but that does not mean it's not happening. And I can certainly vouch for myself. The martial arts saved me. Could the martial arts have saved this guy? I honestly can't say. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to think that they could have, but I don't know. Again, if it's 2 of them, 1 of him, I don't know why deadly force was needed in the first place. So, stop trying to play cop. And people, stop thinking that some of us who are worried about being harmed are overreacting, because we're not. This world is brutal at times. There's good in the world too. But there are some pockets of the world with people that don't have good intentions. And we're just going to have to deal with them. We are. And when I first heard about this story, I thought maybe this story happened during COVID-19. But I was saying this stuff has been going on before COVID. And this was a pre-COVID-19 story. So I'm sure COVID-19 is not going to put too much of a damper on people doing evil to each other, because that's just what people do in some instances, unfortunately. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people that talk about the martial arts. Stop trying to play cop and consider running indoors if you can. God be with the family of the victim. In peace.